Hello, and thanks for joining us for this Noteworks video tutorial. In this video, we'll show you how to use our new tax tracker feature in your Financials tab. This feature lets you obviously track your taxes for your properties, but also it lets you track tax due dates, tax sale notices, as well as contact information for county tax collectors. So to access the tax tracker, first you're going to want to go into any loan. So I'm just going to open one I have here in Newbury, Connecticut. And then you'll want to head to the Financials tab using the button at the top of the page. And once you're there, you'll see of course, your financial details for your note, note term, principal balance, as well as property valuations and other figures. And then on the right, you will see the tax tracker module. So in the tax tracker, the information that's presented to you at one time is broken out into a couple different possible tabs. The default tab you see is the summary tab, and this displays a summary of all your tax information, and it totals up the taxes you may owe across however many tax years you have taxes due entered for. So you can see right here, for example, I have a total balance due field, and that'll do exactly what I was just describing. It will look at the balances due, the taxes owed across as many years as you've added, and sum them up here for you. Beneath that, you'll have a tax payment status toggle, and this is just used to determine whether the taxes are current or delinquent. It can be changed at will simply by clicking it back and forth. You can see it's a toggle. Beneath that, you have a toggle devoted to tax sale status. If the property has gone to tax sale, you can mark it as such here. You can also change it to no. By default, it is set to no. If the property has gone to tax sale, you have a couple different fields here that appear. One is the date that the taxes were sold, and if it gets far enough along in that process, you also have a field here to input a date for when you redeemed the sold taxes. So beneath that, we have a very convenient feature as well, and these are the tax installment due dates for this state. So here you'll have a list of all due dates for your file, when the taxes are due, and however many installments they're due in. And we have a database behind the scenes here where these dates will flood in automatically for you into your tax tracker based on your file's state. So very convenient. You don't have to do anything. These dates, again, flood in here automatically. It's very nice to have, and it should help you keep on top of things. As you can see, we have a couple dates here, and of course there's 2 installment due dates. So these are 6 months apart, the 1st of February and then the 1st of August. So nice to have that. Final field of the summary tab here in the tax tracker is the tax collector set of fields. Now if you don't have a tax collector entered, you won't see the fields, but you have the option to add a tax collector, and you can do that in one of 2 ways. One is to add the contact information for this tax collector manually. I can show you what that looks like. I click that, and as you can see, I just get a list of contact information fields for the tax collector. Now, the other way to add this information in is from the contact manager, and it's very simple to do. You'll simply click this, you'll sort and search through your contact manager for the tax collector you want to add, and all that tax collector's information will be flooded in here with just a couple clicks of your mouse button. So very simple to do, whether you're doing it manually or importing it from your global contact manager. So that's the summary tab for the tax tracker. Next, I'm going to show you what the individual tax years look like in the tax tracker. So to add our first tax year, click this Add button at the top of the tracker module next to the summary drop down there. And I'll just add in tax year 2013, we'll say. And you can see I've got a bunch of items here. So first, there are options to modify the tax year up at the top. I can add another from this screen. I can edit the one I'm on. That is, I can edit the name of it. I can also delete it altogether. Beneath that, I have some options pertaining to the actual tax items, the various fees and taxes and things that I want to describe here and keep track of. So this is broken out into two columns here. On the left, you have all your tax items. Again, basic property taxes, sewer fees, other things that get tacked onto taxes, whatever you want to describe, miscellaneous taxes and fees can go here. And then on the right, you have your payments column. So you can see here that this is also broken out by parcel number. Make sure you have a parcel number inputted in your property tab to begin with. If you don't have a parcel number, you won't be able to add tax items properly. This system is in place so that you're able to add more than one parcel number should that case arise. So I've got the parcel number flooded in from my property tab here. I'm good to start filling out tax payment information if I want. So I can just say miscellaneous fee for this year was $50. My annual fee was, we'll say $300 in property taxes for the year, just for an example. And you can see in red, these are outstanding. I have a subtotal of all these fees here at the bottom. If I have multiple parcel numbers and I add taxes due for these fields for another parcel number, those will be added to this bottom line subtotal as well. So that's convenient. And then finally, if I want to make payments or basically mark these taxes having been paid, I can click Add Payment, and I'll just say I paid $300 worth of these taxes. Payment date, we'll leave it as the current day. I'll click Save, and you can see here beneath the fees that were due, the taxes that were due, I have a new row now separated out where it lists payments that were made along with the date they were made. And I can edit these at will and delete them or change them if I want to. On top of that, you can see at the bottom, beneath the subtotal, there's a subtotal of all payments made. So this will tally up everything for you, come up with a total balance at the bottom, and the total balance for this year will flood into my summary tab, along with the total balances for any other years, any other tax years I may have. Now, one final thing here is the ability to edit the default tax items that appear here every time you open a new tax year. So you saw at the beginning we had an annual fee and a miscellaneous fee. If you want to change those, maybe remove one of them, change the name around, add your own fees or taxes that you want to flood in here automatically anytime you add a new year, you can edit that list of tax items by clicking Edit Default Tax Items. You can change the order that they appear. Again, rename them, delete them, add your own, whatever you want to do. And next time you open a new tax year for this file or add a year for another file, this list reflecting any changes you've made, any new additions you've made, will appear in that file or for that new year. So if I go back to the summary tab here, you'll be able to see that indeed I have the $50 in total balance due flooded over from my 2013 tax year. So everything's good there. As you can see, you can track quite a bit with this tax tracker for multiple years, payments as well as things that are still outstanding. So it's a very comprehensive tool, and we think you'll like it a lot. So we hope that you found this video informative and helpful. If you have any questions about the tax tracker, you can refer to our user guide. You can also always, of course, write into us or call us with any questions you have or help you may need, and we will be more than happy to assist you. So thanks a lot again for taking the time to watch this video, and thanks for using Noteworks.